Hi there, it's Saturday the 2nd of August 2014 and this is Andy Rowe. Welcome to trendfollower.co.uk, and what I'm going to do here is talk you through the portfolio of my trades and just update you. So starting off with a trade that I've actually been stopped out on. This is Howden Joinery Group PLC. I went short on Howden back here somewhere, and initially it went in my favour, so obviously I'm looking to see the price fall if I'm short the market, but then it reversed, and the week before last it just whizzed up and went through my stop, and so my trade was closed at a loss. With the benefit of hindsight, my stop was too close. I probably should have had a stop up here somewhere, and so I stopped out. And this last week the price has come down a bit. My prediction is that it's going to come down again, and if it goes below the MA, I may well open another position shorting Howden Joinery Group. So I'm rather annoyed about being stopped out of my trade. So there we go. Interesting little lesson about stops. Don't place them too tight. Sometimes I think that I'm being sort of cautious and sensible by having a tight stop, trying not to lose too much, but actually it increases the likelihood of my stop being hit. So in a situation like this, probably what I should do going short is look for the highest high and place my stop above that. I didn't. I think I was using the Donchian channel as my stop, and obviously it went up through the Donchian channel, and my stop was closed. So that was unfortunate. I may be right, but poorer. So we'll see. A couple of weeks ago I bought Wincanton, and this week nothing much happened with Wincanton, so you can see this the opening and the close didn't change, so we'll see. That's that. Kazakhmys, again I'm long this, and it's dropped back slightly but still going in the right direction. So remember, waves and tides, this is a wave against me, but it's the tide I think is going up, so I'm trying to ride it up. Rightmove, so this is the group that advertise houses, and one would expect them to do badly if the housing market does badly. Indeed, the price has been falling. I went short Rightmove about here. Since then the price has moved against me, but looking at the pattern overall, I certainly wouldn't say that the price of Rightmove is going up significantly. I still think it will go down, so I'm keeping the trade open. City of London Investment Group, I'm long CLIG, and this week it dropped back slightly, but overall it's going in the right direction. Its price does go up and down a lot. There's a lot of intra-week movement, so I've got quite a loose stop, and I'm just going to keep my stop way down and just follow it up, hopefully. So we'll see how that does. Industrial metals are rising, although this week they fell back a bit, but overall they are going in the right direction after a long time of dropping down. It looks like they're on the up, so again there's quite a movement within each week, so I try not to look at it too frequently, and I'm just tracking it up. CYN, so City Natural Resources High Yield Trust, last week or the week before last rose up very nicely through the MA for the year, and moved my position to profit. This week it fell back down again, but not to worry. I think it's going in the right direction, so I'm just hanging in there. Ditto aluminium. Aluminium had been going down for a long time, and I think it's on the up, so we're going to get ups and downs on the way. I need to remind myself, so don't worry about it. I'm keeping my long position going. Lloyds Banking. I went short Lloyds somewhere here or here. I can't remember where exactly. I think possibly here, and then it rose up, but now it's coming down again. And there's a bit of a floor here. If the price falls down below that, it could go down significantly. So for my own selfish purposes, I'm hoping that happens. But obviously for people that are long Lloyds, which I used to be, interestingly, I had a long trade on Lloyds that ran for a while. If I just show you, so I was long Lloyds somewhere in 2012 and tracked it up, and got stopped out about here, so made a nice profit there. But since then you can see where are we now? Sort of August 2013. The price really has gone horizontal. I think the price could fall, which is why I'm shorted. So yeah, it came down nicely this week, but I'd like to see it go down significantly more. The Aussie dollar fell down this week, and I think in my last video talked about maybe coming out of the trade, but I stayed in it, and I'm still long the Aussie against the US dollar. So the Aussie is really a commodity play, and I think commodities have got a long way to go from having fallen a lot. So we'll see, but currencies I think are really hard to trade. Centamin, a miner, this is rising, but this last week it dropped back a bit. Keep going. I'm short Persimmon. Persimmon are a UK house builder, and when their price fell down through the 50 MA, I went short. Of course, there was a pullback, and then it dropped down. It's been a bit of a pullback and a bit of a dropping down again. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. As far as I'm concerned, it looks like a good short play. We've got a succession of lower highs, we've got lower lows. I think once it starts to go down through here, this trade could take off. May have to hang around a little bit for that, but that's okay. So I'm short Persimmon, and I'm quite happy to be at the moment. I'm also short GKN. They make bits for cars. They're a kind of engineering company, and I went short them a week or two ago, and their price, this last week's been very volatile, but the market couldn't decide what it was doing really, so it ended up being slightly lower than when it started the week. But the GKN trade is going in the right direction, and I hope it continues to go downwards. I think that times are going to be tough for manufacturing, and they've done really well actually. If you look at GKN price since 09, when we had this last recession, things just took off. I wish I'd bought GKN back here and tracked it up. Of course I didn't, but maybe if I go short here, I can track it down. So we'll see. What I don't want to happen, of course, is the price to spike up and take me out of the trade like the Howdens one did. That would be disappointing to say the least. Now, Henderson Smaller Companies Investment Trust. I see this as a play on the FTSE 250/350. I think that this has done very well, and it's going going downwards now. And you can see that there are lower highs, there are lower lows, and I've got an order to go short this if the price drops down much further. So if it does that, I'm going to be short HSL, and essentially I'm using this instead of shorting the 250 or the 350. So essentially shorting a smaller company's investment trust. It seemed to be easier to do on my trading provider. So we'll see if that comes to anything over the next week or so. Victoria Oil and Gas. I'm long this, so it's been all over the place actually. So this last week it's risen up a bit, so I'm happy. But the week before went down a lot. It's all over the place. So, but looking at it, it was up here above 250 back in 06. It's been very low for a long time. But is the writing on the wall for a rise? Possibly, and it could rise, and if it does, it could rise spectacularly well, I think. So I'm hoping that this will go okay. So I don't have a stop loss on this. I've bought shares. If the price dives right down, doesn't matter to me. I'll just hold the shares. If they go right up, then I'll start putting a stop loss in place to ratchet in the profits. Ditto uranium. I think that uranium has found a low, and I bought shares in URA, so Global X Uranium ETF. If it falls, I'm not worried. I won't get stopped out. Now you can see that the volume of trading in URA since sort of when's this? October, November, has really gone up. So I think the market sees this as being a buying opportunity. In fact, the shorter moving average has crossed over the longer moving average, which is for me, always a buying signal. So I've bought it, and I'm hoping it'll go up. Of course, this week's gone down, but everything that I buy seems to do that in the first few weeks after I buy it. But so I'm getting used to that, and as long as I don't have a stop that's going to get knocked out of place and close my trade, I'm happy to take a paper loss as long as it turns into a paper profit, which then I can translate into a cash profit by having a trading stop loss. IPF, International Personal Finance, this trade dropped and made me some loss. I had a trailing stop loss. I opened it when it came up through the 50 MA and hoping that IPF would do well. You can see it has done well in the past, and this probably influenced me because I was an owner of shares of IPF, and they did very well, and they had a setback a number of months ago, and I thought they were bouncing back from it, but this week they got hammered, and my trade got closed, and I lost a little bit of money on that. So but that's the way it goes. Evraz is not doing much, so I'm long Evraz, and I think that this is something that's on the way up. It's going to be up and down, but hopefully something that's going to improve nicely. I'm long Brazil as well, although this week was bad for the price of Real, the Brazil ETF, so that's a shame. But the week before done very well, so I'm just hanging in there and hoping that that this will go in the right direction. Now, Unite Group, this is not a position that I have, but it's an order I have in place. Last week I had a sell order to sell Unite Group if they fell down sort of somewhere below this stop, this low that was reached in June. Unite Group build and run university student accommodation, and so this is a very strong play on the property price, and it's also a play on students, and I think that a lot of universities are actually going to have a hard time in the next few years, because I think that students are going to be a bit reluctant to go to university and get 2 hours of tuition a week and pay £9,000 a year for it. And I think we'll see falling roles at universities. I predict we'll see universities closing, some universities closing. So I've gone, I anticipate this dropping further, and although I don't have a position in this yet, if it drops down below this low, then I'll be short Unite Group. So although I'm saying about this today, it's not a position I have, but it's a position I may have. I am short TRG. This is the TR European Growth Trust, and you can see that back in January it was at a high, and since then it's been falling away, and the French and the German indices certainly in the past week have taken a hammering, Germany particularly, and that makes up a significant part of the TR European Growth Trust, which owns shares from all around Europe, not the UK, just Europe, and the largest part I think is German shares, I think followed by French. So I've gone short this, and if you look at the CAC and the DAX indices, you'll see they did badly this past week. So who knows where it's all going to go. This is a graph of TR European Growth Trust since 2002, and it's been a nice sort of roller coaster ride, great for trend trading, and I think that using the 50 MA as an indicator, is a good. This is a good index or good instrument to trade. So you can see here this has dropped down through the 50 MA this week. I've gone short. I've placed a stop up here somewhere. I might get stopped out. Well, that's okay. But I mean, you can see how much it can fall, and if that happens, then this will be a profitable trade for me. And what I'll do is as the weeks go by, if it does fall, then I will ratchet my stop loss downwards, so that when the time comes that the price rises, which it will of course one day, then my trade will close, and I'll make the difference between the entry price and the exit price. And even though the price has fallen, I'll make a profit, and that's really what trend trading is all about. So that's why I do this stuff. Amara Mining, I'm long Amara Mining, although this week their price fell down a bit. So, but that's fine. SAB Miller didn't do at all well this week, so they're a brewer, and yeah, not good at all. I'm long SAB Miller. They're essentially, I see them as a defensive stock. My stop's not very far away. If it goes down a bit more, I'm out of the trade. C'est la vie. International Tower Hill Mines didn't do much this week, so I'm long this. This is a gold miner and US gold miner, and I've lost money on this trade before because of sort of technical errors on my own part. I can only blame myself. I own shares in THM, and I think that this could do well. Might not do, but we'll see. Ditto Range Resources. This is something that's fallen away, but could do okay. Past 2 weeks have done badly, but that's okay. I suspect it's going to be volatile for a bit, and hopefully we'll see it go in the right direction. So there we go. Those are my positions. You can see there's a couple of positions that have been stopped out, so Howdens and International Personal Finance. So those both lost me some money. That's the price you pay for opening positions like this. Some of them will go against me, and that's okay as long as the ones that do well eventually do very well. That's what I'm hoping. So although it kind of feels like I'm losing money, I need to remind myself that most of my trades are still open, and there is potential for doing well there, and that's what I hope will happen. So that's trend trading. So I've just got to keep myself calm and not get too excited about winners and not get too despondent about the losers, but essentially take sensible decisions on trading with considered risk. It is risky opening and opening positions both long and short. The markets will sometimes or frequently go against you. I anticipate probably fewer than 50% of my trades being profitable, but the ones that are profitable, I anticipate them being extremely profitable and more than making up for the losses and making me profit on top of that. And that's really the aim of the type of trading that I'm doing. So if you're interested, make sure you're on the mailing list, because I'm going to be running some workshops and some training sessions, and if you want to learn what I do and how I do it in more detail, you'll be able to take advantage of that. So make sure you're on your mailing list, and tell your friends about this website, and you can laugh at my errors, and you can be envious of my my gains, and if you want to learn more detail, you can join up and see exactly how I do it. So thanks for listening. Have a great week, and I'll catch up with you next weekend. Bye.